Jeffrey? What? Amy Winehouse died. I know that. What do you want me to do? Say caddish? Shave my head? I know your rap. Amy was a poet. When poets die, they should be honored. Yes, Amy Winehouse was a poet. When poets die, they should be honored. Well, are there any royalties for honor? Royalties. Don't go into your kick out the users from the temple rap. They had no business being there. But that wasn't my rap. I know. It was son of G-Man's rap. Jeffrey? Okay, here it comes. I would like you to write a song about Amy Winehouse and her father. Well, you're really into this father trip, aren't you? You mean like Amy and her $1 million daddy? Exactly. You mean the story about how he used to come home from driving a cab and put on his Sarah Vaughan and Ronettes records? Phonographic records. Don't go into your anti-internet, anti-the mechanization of culture Walter Benjamin rap. Then you are familiar with my standpoint? Yes. You're a live performance freak. Well, I do wish that people would talk to me more often. Eat your heart out, G-Man. That's not going to happen on my watch. Yes, but my watch is considerably longer.
When I watched you, Daddy, listening to jazz, I like to watch the way you smile. You were happy, and since what made you happy was listening to jazz, I wanted to sound like that too. Hey, I was happy like you. You were my $1 million daddy, daddy. You know I never like to move around a lot on stage. I'd rather stand and try to get it right. You know I never like to move around a lot on stage when I thought about the way you smiled. But maybe I was worried if I moved around on stage, I'd tumble off my fuck me pumps. Fuck me pumps. But maybe I was worried if I moved around on stage, I'd tumble off my fuck me pumps. Fuck me pumps. I told myself when I was small that I was born for something more than pop star rock and roll. Okay, I craved the crowd's attention. I had that special something that only crowds can hear. My voice was like an instrument, a tenor sax or vibraphone, a distance like between myself and what it is that turns me on or tears me up, between myself and what you do to me and what you do to me. what you do to me, and 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 what you did to me.
Jeffrey, isn't there something I can take to make you go away? I mean, I thought hearing voices wasn't healthy, particularly your voice, G-Man.
I doubt Ritalin would have helped you.
You don't have to be sarcastic.
Amy was a very angry young woman. Audiences didn't understand that.
Amy was a very angry young woman. Man, that is so old it has a beard like you, Methuselah.
Like many of her generation.
You are like a tranquilizer. Dig it, G-Man. Amy Winehouse was ambivalent about audiences, like Laura Nero.
Ah, yes. Josephine, the singer, and the mouse people.
If Frankie Kafka were here, he'd punch you in the nose.
I don't think he would.
Inured as he was to outbreaks like this, she acted the same in music above as she did when she reached in music below, in a sewing kit of tunes galore, to pull out a thread of do for sell and coax it through the baleful eye of a perfect song. Of course not, no. For she truly professed the mother type, and who could ignore the flailing girl ensconced in her den, the child inside she was wild to keep, so freshly dropped a moment ago. That's my song, fuckhead. Wet and stumbling, all legs and knees, astonished and awed to take her place in a jealously guarded, jaded world. Was her song right? Was her song right? And she sang it the way she wanted to sing. It was subject to change, no ifs or ands. You went with her groove or didn't. Dig? She sang it the way she wanted to sing. It was subject to change, no ifs or ands. You went with her groove or didn't. Dig?
Geoffrey.
Leave me alone.
Alas, my friend, you can't leave yourself alone.
Fuck off with your self-reflexive bullshit.
Geoffrey.
What do you want?
What's your take on the white goddess?
She's a nasty piece of business. A female chicken hawk. A predator.
I see. I dig it.
She is a predator. Her predilection is poets. Okay, that's going to mean her pulse will race, her pupils grow, and poised she is, and on the hunt. Predilection means her knack is you. It's heady being her fey girl, hey. It's not like you're her bride of Christ. The sound, the words you make put her on edge. She sees you through and through and wants your soul. The bitch is real.
Hey, G-Man.
Yes?
Guess who killed Amy?
I don't have to.
Well then, you know about John Keats' poem about the white goddess.
Indeed I do.
Indeed you do. Well, tell me, G-Man, does it have to be that way?
It's a Celtic myth.
Don't bullshit me.
I don't have to give you straight answers for all of your questions.
I know that. That's why we have John Keats.
Then you are very lucky.
No, G-Man. Then we are very lucky, G-Man. Humanity.
Oh, what can ail the night at arms, alone and palely loitering? The sedge has withered from the lake, and no birds sing. Oh, what can ail the night at arms, so haggard and so woebegone? The squirrel's granary is full, and the harvest done. I see a lily on thy brow, with anguish moist and fever dew, and on thy cheeks a fading rose fast withereth too. I met a lady on the mead, full beautiful, a fairy's child. Her hair was long, her foot was light, and her eyes were wild. I made a garland for her head, and bracelets too, and fragrant zone. She looked at me as she did love, and I set her on my pacing steed, and nothing else saw all day long. For sidelong would she bend and sing a fairy song. She found me roots of relish sweet, and honey wild, and manna dew, and sure in language strange she said, I love thee true. She took me to her elfin grot, and there she wept and sighed full sore. And there I shut her wild, wild eyes with kisses for. And there she lulled me asleep, and there I dream, woe betide, the latest dream I ever dreamt on the gold hillside. I saw pale kings and princes too, pale warriors, death pale were they all. They cried, La belle dame sans merci hath thee in thrall. I saw their starved lips in the gloam, with horrid warning gaped wide. And I awoke and found me here on the cold hillside, on the cold hillside. Is why I sojourn here, alone and palely loitering, though the sedge has withered from the lake, and no birds sing.
Jeffrey?
I changed my name.
Well, I know what it is.
Well, I changed it back. What do you want?
I like your idea about Amy and audiences. Why don't you write something playful?
Playful? What does G-Man know about playful? Is that what you do with human beings? Play with them?
Now, don't get your tail in a kink.
Dig it, G-Man. You rig the game, you call the shots, and you give away the franchise to some rich bastards who repackage the capitalism as popular music. Well, I want to tell you something. We are the kink in Satan's tail. We are the H factor, baby. Humanity. Dig it?
Well, what do you have against capitalism?
Like I said, G-Man, you rigged the game and Satan is part of the game. If you don't like it, you can take your bat and your ball and go home, Charlie Brown.
There is a physical consent that goes on between the bards and those who come to hear them sing. It's like a way of grooving too, which bards think that they know, which those who come to hear them dig. Through thick and thin is their belief, their bards are singing just for them, which those who come to hear And like two people can't fall in love for less reason than what happens between the bards and those who come to hear them, and that's beautiful too.
Don't bother me, G-Man. I'm working on an idea for a One More for the Road song.
I'm intrigued.
Shut up. This song is going to rock. It's going to have some whacked out lyrics about Amy Winehouse and Humpty Dumpty, and the end is going to be beautiful and weird, like she was.
Well, I'm ready to groove.
Well then, you do that, G-Man.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, the Humpty had a nasty fall. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Amy heard the clarion call. Mirror, mirror on the wall, the Humpty had a nasty fall. Mirror, mirror on the wall, the Humpty fell and that was all. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who can sing the best of all? Mirror, mirror on the wall, the Humpty fell and that was all. Mirror, mirror on the wall, the Humpty fell and that was all. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who can sing the best of all? Mirror, mirror on the wall, the Humpty fell and that was all. With the dew still on them in the morning, she comes and plucks them without warning. That egg-shaped man, he did his thing. That homely girl, my, could she sing? With the dew still on them in the morning, she comes and plucks them without warning. That egg-shaped man, he did his thing. That homely girl, my, could she sing?